one plan. Yes, sir. I put it all on the line tonight. Yes, sir. That's me. I put it all on the line tonight.
Baby, can you come home? We don't need no money. I just need my baby. So baby, we gon' be fine. Baby, can you come home? We don't need no money. I just need my baby. So baby, we gon' be fine.
So tonight, cryptos is here to stay. I put it all on the line tonight. Get rich or get robbed. I put it all on the line tonight.
Baby, can you come home? We don't need no money. I just need my baby. So baby, we gon' be fine. Baby, can you come home? We don't need no money. I just need my baby. So baby, we gon' be fine.
Welcome to Cimr, everybody. Cryptoismyretirement. This is your host, King Harry III. This is you watching me on my journey to $10 million. If you're watching this today, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just on my way to $10 million. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Join my Patreon. Join my membership as we experience the greatest crypto channel that ever existed. That is right. So today, I'm back. We're back.
We back.
We're back with Conspiracy Hour with Cuz. You know, this is, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. This probably has been one of the most successful pilots on the channel so far, man. You know, every one of the videos have at least 200 views.
Yeah.
You know, we maintain over 10 to 15 people in the audience, and we cover some really good topics, man. And you know, crypto, conspiracy go hand in hand.
Go hand in hand. Exactly.
Niggas have died. You know, there's always some trafficking.
Speaking of which, that's what we're gonna talk about. Not in this episode, but the next episode. Which those 4 deaths that happened. We'll dive into that on the next one. Not this one though.
All right, man. That sounds good, man. So, you know, I hope you guys enjoy your day today, man. I'm gonna say one thing before we get started. If you're not in the Cimr whale group, I'm taking payment plans. Like, listen to me. Listen to me, Jay. I really love my audience, but sometimes my audience don't love me. Sometimes my audience agree with me. Sometimes these niggas like making money and not breaking me off, not doing all type of shit. I really fuck with y'all, but I just realized that sometimes I don't get gas fees. Sometimes like niggas would take my plays, make money, and talk shit about me. So I'm like, fuck it. If you niggas really want to make some money, you're gonna have to up that price. So if you're interested in being a whale group, jump in the Telegram. I'll put it in the chat. If you're not in the Telegram, if you are in the Telegram, jump in the chat. Send me a message. I'm doing payment plans. I'm doing half off and then payment plans. I'm trusting that you're going to be a real nigga and pay what you owe. Because, you know, a nigga can easily pay half and all of a sudden say, fuck me once they get the coin.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, the evidence in this chat is so groundbreaking that it's like, why would you even do that? You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that? You would see all this shit and say, damn, Cimr is really a genius. Cimr really knows a lot of shit. And you would invest, make money, pay your fee, and be thankful to be in there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I hope you guys really, you know, just join the whale group, man, because I'm sorry. And then on top of just niggas making money off my plays, on top of that, you know, I honestly believe, cuz, that there are certain people that, there are certain top tier wealthy people that don't want to see me win. So I'm realizing that when I talk about a coin, these niggas would actually dump it the next day and shit like that. They will manipulate the market to make me look like I'm not right. And then once I stop talking about certain shit, and I just tell it to a certain people,
it
doesn't happen. Like, I mean, it feels like these niggas is watching me. Like, hold on. I swear to God, it feels like these people are like, oh yeah, he say this. Okay, cool. We're gonna do this to make him not seem credible, to not buzz.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing this for a nice little minute, and I'm in profit. I don't know. I'm in fucking profit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in probably one of the best coins that ever existed on Ethereum. So if you guys interested, definitely just DM me, man, and I see what I can do. You know, depending on who you are, I might give you a break. I might say, I trust you enough to take this or woo. But, you know, don't take it for granted. But before I get started, let me go ahead and give a shout out to my members. The greatest crypto channel that ever existed. Let me talk about. Alright, doggies, I know you hear me right now. I know you hear the Italian gangster music. Welcome to the family. This is Cryptoismyretirement. This is Doggy Society in-game master plan. This is Cryptoismyretirement. If you're not in the family, I pray you go to zero. Hey family, the guys that are family, the guys that are fans, the guys that are gang members, I have a special video coming for you tomorrow. I'm gonna get you guys in a little bit earlier. If you are in the whale group, you already over 2x, possibly 3x. But I'm gonna let the family, the gang, know about the coin a little bit early. I probably will know tomorrow because we're almost at a certain market cap where I feel comfortable it's showing. But I will only show it to the people that actually pay, that my real supporters. So family, I'm going to let you guys know about this coin. And if you don't invest, it's okay. But understand that if you want to see some concrete evidence, you're going to have to be in the whale chat. I have screenshots. I have tons of evidence, more evidence that you've ever seen. And you have probably less than 7 days to invest. I guarantee you have less than 7 days to invest. All right, so let me give a shout out to my members. Shout out to number 1, Shano Crypto. He's a fan of the show. Starter Caster 91. He's a family member. Thank you so much, brother. I love you so much. Thank you for becoming a family of Cryptoismyretirement. Crypto In-Game. What's up, gang? He's a fan of the show. Doomer In-Game. What's up? He's an actual gang member. Doomer for life. Doomer gang. He's an actual gang member. He probably has a pistol on him. W. He's a gang member as well, man. Shout out to W, man. Hey, man, I heard your message, W, man. God bless you. You know, send me a DM, man. I might got something for you, man. For real, send me a DM. If you watch this, send me a DM, brother. God bless you and your family. Naheeb is also a game member. I'll be this bitch ass nigga's probably a game member. Probably not even a game member. He's just clown that shit. Fuck you. Alright, the Nalahule Mississippian. He's a family. He's a family of the show. We also have We Rep Crypto for Life. Family member. We Rep Crypto for Life. You know what? Since I'm thinking about family, I might switch. Get these niggas the sauce. Fuck it, man. After this live, I'm gonna give the family the sauce first. Fuck it, man. I'm for this. I'm already up so much money. I'm up so much. I'm up thousands of dollars. G. I'm gonna be rich, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and give. If you're a family member, I'm gonna give you the sauce early, probably tonight. Probably gonna give you the contract tonight. Fuck it, man. I'm already up, G. Doge Jeff Solo, he's an actual gang member. Like, you know, GD, Vice Lord, Cimr gang. Yeah, he's one of them guys. Dan Maroney, he's a fan of the show. G Mooney, he's a gang member. Kamaya Durden, oh my God, she's a fan of the show. Also, Bullish Prince of Wales. He's been a family member for a long time, bro. He's been a family member for probably about over a year now. He just spending $25 a month, B. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bullish Prince of Wales. We also have Whatever. He's also a gang member. Mr. Pink. Remember Mr. Pink? Remember him? Remember the guy that put the watermelon over the head and said nigger?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. He's a family member as well. He's still giving his money. What an idiot. All right, we have Sly. we have Sly for Larry. Sly for Larry is also a friend of the show. Shout out to him. Benny Frank. Benny Frank's a gang member. I already know he's a gang member, man. You know, he was a gang member from birth, you know, because, you know, in America, if you black, you're already in the gang. So,
right.
Nigga been in the gang, man. What's up, Benny Frank? Guadalupe Munez, gang member. Gang. Art Cumin, fan of the show. Zenrock, gang member. Just a man, fan of the show. Last but not least, Sonja Ingram, also fan of the show. Thank you so much for supporting the greatest crypto channel that ever existed, you stupid fucking peasant. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, we got Cuz back on the show, man. Cuz, how you been doing, man? You know, niggas haven't heard from you, man. Oh. What's up, Guadalupe Munez? Hit the like button on the way. Let me see, can I upgrade him? Maybe I can upgrade him. I'm gonna make him a mod, man. I like he been home. Can manage mod block words. Yeah, let me make him a manager mod. Let me make him top tier. Yeah. Hey, Guadalupe Munez, if you in the Telegram, if you don't have a Telegram, get a Telegram. DM me ASAP. Thank you. How you doing today, cuz?
We're doing good. What's going on with you, man?
Nigga, I'm up. Nigga, I'm up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm feeling good, man. Right. And you already know the shit I showed you, man. That's some really good shit, G.
Yeah.
I can't even lie, man. I'm feeling really good. Like,
only family members get the sauce.
Right? That's it. Hey, I did today, because really, I had niggas pay 0.6 Ethereum. That's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. But niggas is up. You can't blame me.
Right.
It's a couple people that paid for the Whales group. They paid. And them niggas is up.
Right.
They up. You know what I'm saying? Right. So and they got all the information to position themselves as best as they can. So that's good. You know, but I was just thinking about probably today and maybe tomorrow, I'm gonna put a video for the family and tell them niggas like, you might want to invest in this coin. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody else who's not family, you have to get a DM from me, or you have to wait till it hit a certain market cap. Then I'm gonna tell you, I'm sorry, that's just what it has to be. Because I don't want these niggas knowing my plays and then acting like a bitch once I tell them. Then you be like, oh, I made money off this shit, but fuck Cimr, man, fuck you, bitch ass nigga. So,
right.
And that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. So it is what it is. I'm happy, cuz today. I'm happy. I'm up. I'm making money. My Twitter followers is going up. Young rich nigga, you feel me?
Right.
But the first thing I want to talk about on the conspiracy hour today is Cleopatra. You know, you brought up Cleopatra. One thing I know about Cleopatra is an Egyptian queen, right?
Yep, she's an Egyptian queen, and with the Netflix release of Cleopatra, I think, what is the title? Queen Cleopatra or whatever.
It's a Netflix documentary?
It's a Netflix documentary, kind of like drama documentary. So it's a documentary, but they tell it kind of like in a movie form.
Okay.
You kind of see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of controversy about this Netflix documentary about Cleopatra. Can you guess what that controversy is about? No. Just take a wild guess.
What?
The girl, I don't know if you could pull up the the cover page or whatever of the documentary, but the girl, I'll wait till you.
No, talk, nigga, talk.
The girl that they got playing Cleopatra appears to be a black girl.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
So,
I mean, what's wrong with that?
So the girl that they have playing Cleopatra is a black girl, but the truth of the matter is but the girl that's actually playing her is a mixed girl. She's half white, half black.
Okay.
She looks black. She looks black enough for them to call her black.
Okay.
So there's been this controversy about, especially a lot of people from Egypt have come out, start speaking out against this, which I didn't even know people from Egypt spoke out against any goddamn thing that happened in America.
Okay, so just taking a step back, my brother, my cousin, my family, you're saying that there's controversy at this moment that's talking about Cleopatra only because the Netflix documentary, and it's to the point where
the Netflix documentary, the girl that they have playing Cleopatra is black. So remember, for years, Cleopatra was always played by Anglo-Saxon white people, kind of like olive-skinned people or whatever for years or whatever, right? But this documentary right here, they got what appears to be a black girl playing this role. So you got a lot of people from Egypt that are coming out and whatever, making a big hissy fit about it because they saying that Afrocentricism is still in their culture.
Whoa.
Afrocentrism is still in their culture.
That don't even make sense.
Yeah. They're saying that the African Americans, right? This is what they're saying, that the African Americans in this country right now, who most of us descended from West Africa, which is true, had no connection or ties to ancient Egypt whatsoever. That's what they're saying. And that the modern Egyptians that occupy the land of Egypt right now, that the modern Egyptians should be the ones basically making movies about Egypt, and that we're trying to steal their culture. That's what they're trying to say.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're saying that ancient Egypt is saying that Americans,
Black Americans, particularly us, me and you,
is trying to take what again?
Take their culture.
By doing what? By making a documentary.
Basically, they're black. They're saying that we're blackwashing these movies. That's exactly what they're saying. So you remember how they used to come out and say that white people were whitewashing movies or whatnot?
Yeah.
Where they would have white people play black people or darker skinned people roles or whatnot.
Yeah.
And they used to call it whitewashing. Well, now they're trying to say that we're doing the exact same thing, that we're blackwashing movies. Do you see what I'm saying? And they're trying to say that Cleopatra was not black.
Hey, Guadalupe Munez, check your DMs. Thank me later. You're welcome. Don't if you tell somebody you're done. You're done through my entire channel. All right, continue.
All right, I'll wait till you.
No, continue, cuz. They said Cleopatra is not black.
Yeah, they said Cleopatra is not black. They said that Cleopatra is she is of Greek blood. She's a descendant of a Greek, and that she probably more than likely looked white. Now, for years, for a long time, there's always been controversy about what did Cleopatra look like, right? Because the truth of the matter is, when Cleopatra died, her tomb was never discovered. To this day, her tomb was never found. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's no way we can look at a body and tell exactly what she looked like. But here's something that people need to realize. During that time period of ancient Egypt or whatnot, you got, when Cleopatra's dynasty took over, I think his name was Ptolemy or whatnot, or Alexander the Great. But Ptolemy was Alexander the Great's right-hand man, right? Whatever, right? So 300 years, I think it was a 300 AD or BC or something, 300 BC, they took over Egypt. Now, when they took over Egypt, all the Egyptian monuments and things like that were already built. You see what I'm saying? So, hold on, I'll wait till you finish.
No, talk, man.
Well, I can't talk.
I'm sorry. Talk! Don't worry about this. Don't worry about what I'm doing. They can't see this. Talk. So,
shit. So, when they took over, when the Greeks, basically, make a long story short, when they took over Egypt and Ptolemy became the ruling dynasty of the Egyptian Empire, Cleopatra's bloodline could be traced all the way back to him, who was a Greek. So because of that, and keep in mind, that was a 300-year gap between when the Greeks took over Egypt and when Cleopatra was born. You follow what I'm saying? So when Cleopatra was born, number one, nobody knows who her mother is. Do you see what I'm saying? I think they traced her father's, her father lineage back to the Ptolemy of Greek, but no one knows who her mother is. So that's why her racial identity has always been kind of like a secret, or not a secret, but a mystery. You see what I mean? But
yes,
I'm trying to say some people are the native Egyptians that live in Egypt right now are trying to basically claim Cleopatra as their own, right? As just like they're trying to claim Egyptian artifacts as their own. But the truth of the matter is that those native Egyptians that occupy that land right now, they come from a descendant of Muslim Arabs that invaded that land 600 AD, almost 600 years after the birth of, or the death of Cleopatra. You see what I'm saying? So the people that are claiming that Egyptian artifacts and all this Egyptian stuff as they belongs to them, it's not necessarily quite true. That's almost like, I'll give you an example. That's almost like white Anglo-Saxon Americans trying to claim Native American artifacts as their own creation. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So right here, if we look at this, it says, was Cleopatra black? Perfect sense for Netflix knew Cleopatra to be black. It says, Queen Cleopatra, the Netflix documentary, had angered a few Ethiopians by casting a black woman. Egyptians. So they got mad because it casted an African American?
Yeah. I never seen this much controversy when white people was playing that role.
That's a fact.
I never seen this much heat when they had all these white people playing that role. I never heard about nobody say shit. All of a sudden, the black girl plays it. And let's be real about one thing. In that area during that time period, it's more than likely that she had more of a skin complexion to a light-skinned black person than she did to a white person.
What's that?
You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that she was 100% black. That's not my argument. But my argument is that she probably looked more like her than anybody else has probably played that fucking role.
It says the historical controversy, Cleopatra race, is so old that its own substantial Wikipedia page, some Egyptian citizens feel that it's strongly that the Netflix producer ended up on the wrong side of this debate, accusing that the blackwashing Egyptian and Greek history Ethiopian lawyer Murhad
they sued.
Felt strongly about this as bringing up legal action against the streaming giant, demanding that the ultimate discontinuation in Egypt. You know, that's pretty serious. So, okay, so if she doesn't look like this, who does she look like?
That's a good fucking question. Because if you ask one of them, they don't really have a fucking answer.
Because even white people, you know, when I say white people, Europeans, when they're in the sun, they're nowhere near white. They're red or they're red.
Yeah, especially a lot of
So it's like in a place of where it's like, obviously, in my opinion, an Ethiopian was a country that was thriving at a point in time. Egyptian was a country that was thriving. It had an economy, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so if my opinion, if I've never been to Ethiopia, if I've never been to Egypt, nigga, fuck, just relax. If I'm somebody on the outside looking in, you tell me that there was a place in the world where it's hot as hell 90% of the time, right? Yep. Sun, hot as hell, and this is a thriving economy. In my opinion, I would assume that the people of that land will be people of color. The people of that land will be people that can bear the sun.
That would make sense.
You know what I'm saying?
But you got to understand something. Because Egypt was damn near the baseline for most of our religions of today. A lot of Abrahamic religions, Abrahamic religions is Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, right? A lot of your Abrahamic religions, a lot of that stuff comes from Egypt mythology. Matter of fact, even Greek mythology comes from Egyptian mythology. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if you look at our dollar bill, you see the pyramid up there. A lot of our old ancient traditions can be rooted and traced back to ancient Egypt. So it's paramount that whoever claims this is damn sure ain't black people. Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying, am I saying 100% that Egyptians were black? I don't necessarily think they were 100% black, but I do think they had a lot of black influence in them. A lot of, African influence in them. Because the country sits in Africa. It's not that far from Eritrea. It's not that far from a lot of these predominantly black countries.
It's in a fucking desert.
Exactly, right. So
it's in a desert.
Absolutely. So the idea,
what the fuck?
The idea that this country that the Egyptians had absolutely no African blood, to me makes no fucking sense whatsoever. It makes no fucking sense. I'm not saying that she was 100% black as hell African.
It doesn't fucking matter because she looks like, you know, at the end of the day, one thing I can say, certain Africans do look different from us.
Absolutely.
We don't look African.
No, exactly. You are not lying. There's a stark difference between.
I look Native American like a motherfucker. My grandfather, my granddad, all got high cheekbones, all red skin. We get red and shit like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the Africans, we don't look African. Africa has different features.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I understand what they're saying with that, but at the end of the day, we're fucking black, so what's the argument? Like, what's the problem? The problem is
there's a black girl playing a role that should be played by a white girl. I'm gonna tell you what the root of the problem is. Mm-hmm. They can mix it up and say whatever the fuck they want to say. Because like I said, you didn't hear about this much bullshit when white people was playing.
No, because it was on for like probably over 30 years.
Yeah, and let me also say this part too.
Hold on. Let me pull it up. Continue.
Let me also say this part too. This is not the first time in movies where people of a different race played a character that was people play a character that was a different race than them. Do you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'll give you an example. Do you remember the movie Scarface?
Yes.
Who played that role?
White man.
Oh, well, no. Who was his name? Al Pacino.
Italian. Al Pacino, right?
Right, he was Italian. But he was
look, this is a movie right here. I remember this one. This was the old Cleopatra movie.
And she's white as snow.
This is an old movie, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I think, what was it? Liv Taylor played that role.
Right, this is a very old movie, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And she was clearly a white woman.
Yeah.
Clearly. Even a white man was like, this, come on, G.
Yeah.
And no one said anything. This movie's probably like 30 years old.
That's what I'm saying.
Minimum, 40. We're in 2023, so yeah, probably 50 years old, actually.
But this, in film, this ain't the first time where people play roles of different races. I'll give you another example. Jennifer Lopez, right? Jennifer Lopez is Puerto Rican.
She is.
But she played Selena, who was Mexican.
She did.
Yeah.
Did a really good job, too.
Exactly. I'm more than certain a lot of people, and I had to look this up and find this out. Did you know that John Wayne, right? The old white racist actor, he played Genghis Khan in a fucking movie.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So this idea, the point of
this idea that
it has to be the exact race that's playing, it's fucking stupid to me. Like it's the stupidest shit in the fucking world to me. Like,
okay, so what do you think the core of that is? Is it for? It's just like they're doing all of this to just let people know that look, it was never this anyway. So you think that they're doing all of this just to protect the history of people looking like that, being that, basically.
So what did you say?
So what I'm trying to say is like the reason why they're making all this noise is because they want to let niggas know that this was not real.
Basically, yeah, I think there's almost like a threat.
Because if I did a movie of Cleopatra being white and nobody says shit for 50 years, then you're basically letting the people know that this is probably something that's probably true. But soon
it makes you think that, right? Was there any kind of truth? Right, yeah.
The fact that no one's doing anything to make you feel like that is not true means that it's true. But the simple fact that you do something differently and then you have all these people doing shit, saying shit, it's to protect the brand of the truth. So it's more like, oh, nah, we're doing all this because you way off. But nigga, you didn't do none of this shit 30 years ago. So that must mean that I was on spot. So if it's two Cleopatra movies that hit mainstream, the first one was white, the second one was black, but you're doing all this shit because it's black, you're basically letting me know that it's not black. No matter what you say, it ain't black.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what made me sing. Like,
so do you think she was...
Yes! Nigga, so is she black? The fuck?
I mean, and here's the thing too. Here's the thing. The modern Egyptians that roam that land right now.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this. Hold on, start up. I'm gonna say this, cuz. Is there a possibility she's not black? Yeah, because niggas took over a lot of shit. Like, I'm just saying, like, Europeans conquer. Europeans know how to conquer shit. I'm gonna tell you that.
They know how to conquer shit. And they also know how to switch history.
It don't matter. What I'm trying to say is that it's a possibility that the country could have been ran from European. You know what I'm saying? Like they probably. What could Hold on.
In 300
Hold on.
BC,
Stop.
It was ran by Europeans.
Stop. What I'm trying to say is that I wouldn't put it past because we don't have to. You don't have to be from that land to conquer it. That's a fact. You don't have to be from, of course, Egypt to run Egypt.
Right.
So what I'm trying to say is there's a possibility that Egypt, far as government wise, far as conquering wise, was conquered by people that wasn't from Egypt. Okay, now you can take it.
Okay, now what I'm saying is,
Patty said Al Pacino's a fake Jew.
Hell no.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is that Egypt was conquered by a European country.
Okay.
In 300 BC, right? It was conquered by the Byzantine Empire, or the Greeks, or nothing. Yeah, the Greeks. My bad. It was conquered by the Greeks because the Byzantine Empire only controlled it for a small amount of time until the Arabs took it over, right? But the Greeks, and this was when Egypt was at its weakest point. It had already fallen, right? The people that were responsible for all the ancient Egyptian artifacts and the pyramids and the Sphinx and all the stuff that we know Egypt for, they had already died off. Matter of fact, Cleopatra is closer to birth to us than she was to the creation of the pyramids.
Damn.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's just how long ago that was. So, yeah, you're right. Egypt during its weakest point was controlled by Greeks. And then they lost. Then the Greeks, when Cleopatra died, that's what it was. When Cleopatra died, that was when the Roman Empire took it over. The Byzantine Empire took it over, and the Byzantine Empire controlled Egypt up until 600 AD, when the Arab Muslims. Matter of fact, I think it was the Rashidun Caliphate, which was the Arab Muslims, which the current Egyptians of today are descendants of those Arab Muslims.
Damn.
All right? Even though they want to sit up there and they want to tie their history to the creation of the pyramids and everything dealing with Egypt as we know it, it's not necessarily true. That's why I said early in this podcast that would be almost equivalent to white man coming over here to America, getting rid of all the Native Americans, and claiming Native American artifacts as their own creation. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would be almost equivalent to that. The current Egyptians that are over there right now had damn near nothing to do with the creation of the pyramids. Now, am I saying that it was all black people? I'm not saying that because it's hard to tell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But what I am saying is that you motherfuckers want to get mad because you got a black girl playing more than fucking likely. She probably looked close, because let's be real. You put a little bit of black blood in any fucking thing, and damn, that turns out looking black.
Right, even half.
Even
we got cousins that's half black. They're damn near black.
They look black, exactly. Right. You know what I'm saying? You put a little bit of black in any fucking thing, it come out looking more black.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a good possibility that she probably did, and that girl that's playing that role, just for the record, that's playing that role, she's mixed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She's half black, half white. But everybody is her. But she looks, if I didn't know the fuck she was, she looks black.
Yeah.
But that girl is mixed. They had a mixture of...
She definitely looked mixed. She definitely looked black by half.
I mean, she looked... If you, just off glance, if you...
she looks black. As a black woman.
Right, she looks black, right.
That's a fact.
Right, she looks black. She doesn't... You couldn't tell, because that's how dominant the black gene is.
Yeah, it's so deep, bro, because it's like the structure, the formula of conquerors are very similar. Back to like Greece, back to just like America. There's a lot of even the it's just the structure of communism, the structure of kingdom, the kings and queens, Europe. Like this is in my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, but this is definitely a European type of culture.
What is the culture we live in, or that culture?
The culture we live in, even including this culture.
You think that's a European influenced culture?
I mean, I think.
At one point in time, it was. Towards the end, it was. Yeah.
I think Cleopatra and stuff like that. From my history, because I don't know it all. I'm just a black guy with crypto. Now, from the knowledge I digested, is very similar to the Romans. It's very similar to the Greeks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that they have a pyramid type of structure. Like this is the king, this is the queen, this is the this is the jester. It was a pyramid type of structure, government wise.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? King, queen, the whole court. If you die, you are the king. You don't have kids. I think the Europeans was very similar to the Romans. Very similar to Caesar and you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This the type of where the king comes out and everybody's like, yeah, the king's on all the money. You know what I'm saying? So, it's up to me personally, it's really up in the air. Cause
they said that in the documentary. This is the other part why people over there getting all butthurt about it.
Okay.
They did say in the documentary. Now, because I watched the documentary, and when the documentary first came on, the girl was the older woman. She was like, my grandmother. She was quoting her grandmother. Told me no matter what they tell you, Cleopatra was black. Now she was quoting her grandmother.
Right.
She didn't say Cleopatra's black for a fact. After that, kept watching the documentary. They say, clear as fucking day in the documentary, the ethnic background of Cleopatra is unknown. They say that in the documentary. They don't know what her ethnic background is because there's no body. Do you see what I'm saying? There's no mummy. You see what I mean? There's no body. So they said in the documentary that we don't know what her background is. So all these people coming out bitching and crying about, this is Afrocentric.
Okay. So if we don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then what is the invested interest? Say it again. What is the invested interest to make them black? Because look, if I'm starting something and I don't know if something's black or white,
right?
What would be my interest to make them black? Is it because of I'm making a calculated decision? Is it because it's a good money grab? Is it because I can make headlines? What would be why would someone decide? Because you have the decision. Because hold on. You have the decision. And in the past, a decision was made to make her look like this.
Mm-hmm.
That was the decision, right?
Right.
Unfortunately, back in these days, a lot of groups didn't have wealth like that. The media wasn't the same. So I can't sit up here and compare this to that because we didn't have Instagram, Facebook. We didn't have people to provoke thought.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have people provoking thought. That being said, what's your take on that? What's your take on
somebody deciding to make her black instead of going with
somebody decided to make her white?
Well,
first,
but you got
to the public.
But you got to understand.
Monetized.
But you got to understand something.
Approved by the world.
But you got to understand something.
Nobody negated
this. Is nothing new. Every culture that reigns supreme always wants to take a person in the past who's done something great and put them under their own auspices. I'll give you a good example. Take Jesus Christ, right?
Okay.
Jesus Christ, if you look at him in the Catholic Church, looks like a fucking hippie from from California. You know what I mean? A blue-eyed, blonde-haired white guy from California. More than likely, he was probably... Matter of fact, in the Bible, it tells you what he looks like. Hair of wool, eyes of fire. I don't know too many motherfucking races that got hair of wool around this motherfucker. Help me out. You know what I'm saying? But they take this image of Jesus and they paint him in their image. Matter of fact, it was done by Michelangelo in the 16th chapter. That's where the first image of Jesus came from. And from there, that's always been this continuation of what Jesus looked like. when in reality, it's not what Jesus looked like. It always goes by whichever country, whichever society is dominating the culture at that particular time period. They want these mythical figures. I'm not saying Jesus was a myth. Now, if you say Cleopatra was a myth, but they want these.
Well, but documented first.
Right. They want them to look like us, right? They want these powerful people to look like us because it does a lot to the culture itself. It's kind of like what they do with us, right? But in reverse. When we was in school and we was learning about Black history, they started off Black history from what? Slavery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That has a psychological effect on a person.
Mm-hmm. You
kind of see what I'm saying? If you knew from the beginning that your ancestors was conquerors or whatnot, you will have a different perception of life. You see what I'm saying? So the idea that Cleopatra was approved, back in the day was we're gonna make her. That doesn't surprise me because that's how because like I just told you, they had fucking John Wayne play Genghis Khan in a fucking movie. Do you see what I'm saying? And we know John Wayne probably didn't look dog shit like Genghis Khan.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? But they had John Wayne play Genghis Khan.
That's a fact.
In this movie right here, I'm not necessarily saying that them making her black was the same. I think they knew. This is what I'm gonna say. I think they knew that it was gonna be some controversy. It was gonna be some shit.
So they took advantage of it.
They took fucking advantage of
it. Okay.
They took full advantage of it.
Okay, so basically, what you're trying to say is that the hate could be artificial. Basically, hold on.
The hate is real. Stop. The trick of the hate is artificial. The hate is real.
No. Because it's like the hate could be a part of marketing. Like, we're going to make him black, and we're going to fund or tell or have a part of, or the rollout is going
to. You don't have to have a part.
Stop. Ryan. Stop.
Listen.
Finish. Let me finish. You have to let me finish this.
Go ahead.
Listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
I come out with a show.
Right.
Netflix is not doing the best, by the way.
Stop. Go ahead.
Netflix is not doing the best.
Okay.
This is a fact.
All right.
I come out with a movie. The point of this movie is for you to watch.
Mm-hmm.
The utility, the investment, whatever. She got paid. She getting paid regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So you have investors investing in a movie, and they're trying to benefit off the watches, the sales, the ads, whatever they can invest or whatever they can monetize.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, in this type of era, in this type of days,
mm-hmm.
you have everything you put out. You have to think about. You have to anticipate what's going to be said, what's going to be heard. Sometimes when you produce content, some people manifest controversy to bring more dollars, to bring more views to the product.
Absolutely.
So what I'm trying to say is the simple fact that we had the first movie. This is the one. If you're going to make some money, off of controversy, you would do it this one. But this is such an old movie and such a different time that they wasn't hip to it. So the fact that they remade it and made this, they had to get a piece. They had to get a piece of the energy. Because if they would have reversed it, if they would have started off as black and all of a sudden they changed it as white, they would have made even more money. Because Hold on! Stop!
Go ahead.
If they would have started off as Black Cleopatra,
mm-hmm.
but they didn't want to do that because they want to protect the integrity of what they thought the history was. They want to keep that type of skin color as predominant, as dominant during that time.
Right.
They didn't think 30 years down the line. They just did what they thought at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, but if let's just say they was thinking 50 years, 100 years ahead. They would have had a black woman here and had a white woman now to even bring more controversy, to even bring more clicks, to even bring more views, to even bring more attention. What? So what I'm trying to say is this is all about money. Let's continue.
I'm not saying it's all about
money. All about money. The fact this conversation exists, This is all about money.
I'm not disagreeing with that part, but let me tell you something real quick. Do you think if they had a white girl play that role, that there would be any controversy behind Cleopatra right now?
Yes.
Bullshit. No, it wouldn't.
Yes, they would be.
How?
Because we're in a woke movement. We're in a movement where niggas like this is the most woke I ever seen niggas. I'm a young man, so I'm not gonna say that. But this is a woke fucking niggas is making a living on YouTube talking about woke shit. Listen to me.
I agree.
We live in a time where niggas have whole YouTube channels trying to empower niggas and making money from YouTube.
Yeah.
They're making money from YouTube.
So
hold on. Cuz, stop. Let me really get in my bag.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get in my bag. There's niggas, all right, on YouTube that's living, that's paying their whole life. Listen to me. When I say their whole life, I mean from the fucking water bill to the fucking car note.
Mm-hmm.
They're providing their whole finances. Cause I make hundreds of dollars, so I can't imagine niggas making 10,000 views. I barely make 1,000 views per video, and I still get a couple $100 a month.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas, they're clocking thousands of dollars to tell these Negroes that they're kings. They're making thousands of dollars to tell these Negroes that you are the best thing smoking.
I'm everything you just said. I'm not disagreeing with anything you just said.
If you getting paid $3,000 to $4,000 a month to keep pumping these niggas' heads, no matter what they do, no matter what they say, you just keep pumping these niggas' heads. That industry exists nowadays.
Of course, I'm not denying that.
But that's what you're seeing.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
And that's
I said that when this
all a part of the
I said that when this movie came out.
Look, I be on the train and I be seeing niggas watch. You are a god. You are a superhero.
Yes.
I'm sitting back like this nigga is listening like he finna fly.
Like he finna fucking fly.
You not finna fly.
Yes, I'm not disagreeing.
I'm sitting back. This nigga really made me think that he's finna fly. I'm like, nigga, you're not finna fly.
Yeah, that they something special.
How you just went this whole time smoking blunts. On the blunt, it says cause cancer. You went to the store and spent money, and the half of the labels this is called, half of the label says, we will cause cancer. Did you do not smoke this? But you paid that $1.
Mm-hmm.
And then the nigga smoke it and all this other shit, and then the nigga think he finna fly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even lying.
Right.
I'm sitting back, I'm like, nigga, you not finna fly. I don't give a fuck what this nigga on YouTube telling you about you this and you that, you finna go to the space. Nigga, you're not finna fly.
Of course, but now
there's an economy for that.
So this is what I'm saying. I'm not everything you just said. I'm not disagreeing with that. But what I'm saying is this right here. Is it true that they knew it was going to be controversial when they was going to make that girl black? Of course they did. Was it about money? Of course
no, they won't.
Wait, time out. What you say?
I don't think it was going to be controversial. That's
no, it was good. If you made her black, that was going to be
controversy. That's fake controversy.
That's not fake controversy. It's people
we live in a time.
Fucking mad
we live in a time to know.
No, bro. Listen.
We live in a time.
Listen.
We live in a time. Brian.
No, listen to me. Listen to me.
We live in a time where we know anybody that's south from the United States, South America, America. We know that nigga, you black. Probably 30 years ago, we didn't know. Now we know. This is all for clicks and views. Continue. We know now. Like, look, it's so much information that we don't have to even argue about a motherfucker. They had no choice but to make her black. Because if they didn't make her black, niggas would be like, what the fuck is going on? That's not the first time that this shit didn't happen, though. But that shit didn't matter because we didn't have the internet like that. Bro. Hey, cuz, when this shit came out, it wasn't no... It wasn't no fucking... It wasn't AOL. Listen, it wasn't no fucking... Nigga, AOL wasn't even out. Look. AOL wasn't even out. Niggas was lost. It wasn't no fucking internet, no. Thank you. But what I'm saying is that doesn't negate the fact that I'm not disagreeing with the fact that, of course, they knew they did this shit for money. They knew it was going to piss off because, listen, here's the thing. The argument is money-based. Wait. Listen. Here's the thing. We live in outrage culture right now. There ain't a goddamn thing that you can do to not piss off somebody. That's a fact. Anything that you put out, you could have made that fucking girl Chinese. You would have pissed off somebody. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You would have pissed.
Right. I don't give a fuck. But
like, what the fuck is going on?
Right. What I'm saying is we live in a fucking outrage culture where people monetize.
But why do they do it? Why do they do it for money?
Of course, because it means clicks and views.
That means
this. Do you know how many more people are finna watch this documentary because of the controversy? Exactly. Exactly. The only reason why I watched it was because of the controversy behind it. If they made this bitch a white girl and nobody said shit about it, I would have never watched this fucking documentary.
Okay, so you're basically trying to say is the first one, they was trying to just give you the truth. And
they was trying.
Hold on.
They were trying to legitimately whitewash.
Hold on. This was legit whitewash.
Absolutely. Because
there wasn't an economy to benefit off drama.
Off outrage. Absolutely.
Okay.
Today there's an economy.
Hold on. So there wasn't an economy to benefit off outrage, so that's why this shit passed.
Of course.
This shit went crazy because there's an economy based off of niggas wild
outrage.
Okay.
If anybody, it's not even niggas. It's anybody because this pissed off the whites. This pissed apparently the
pissing niggas off his money.
Right. It pissed off the Egyptians. It pissed off everybody. Right.
Okay.
That wasn't black. You know what I'm saying? It. You cannot come out with any fucking thing today. Anything. Without pissing off some fucking body. You gonna piss off somebody.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I like pissing niggas off. Shit.
Me too.
Shit's actually funny. All right. That was a good conversation, man. We had a long talk about that. All right. We have something else too, man. If you guys don't know, CBDCs, man. We have central bank digital.
It's your world, yeah.
Yeah, it's the crypto. It's the black guy. Crypto, yeah. I got some more very racial content coming, man. Like I can't wait. I can't wait, bro. Cause like, if I'm not making you uncomfortable, I didn't do my job. So
I got some very racial content.
Oh yeah. I definitely do. I mean, it is what it is. All right, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis banned central bank digital currency. Hear what it is. Now, you know, Ron DeSantis is a Republican, right?
Right, Republican. As a matter of fact, he's one. He didn't.
He's the leading Republican. Right?
No, Trump is, but everybody's saying that he's going to challenge Trump for the Republican nominee because he's like the rising superstar in the Republican Party.
Okay, cool. So let me read this right quick. Florida Ron DeSantis says on Friday banning any central bank digital currency issued by the United States for use in Florida. They say, look, my nigga, if you dealing with central bank digital currency, it's not going down in Florida. He said the new law prohibits use of federal adopted CBDC money within Florida's Uniform Commercial Code. Institutes protections against central bank global currency by prohibiting meaning no way, any central bank digital currency by foreign reserve and sanctioned central bank. It calls like-minded states to join in adopting similar legalization. So Ron DeSantis is saying, look, we're not fucking with that CBDCs, and we want other states to say, yo, we ain't doing that too. They want Republican states to be together. Mm-hmm. Let me continue. The Biden administration efforts to inject the central bank digital currency is about surveillance and control, said DeSantis in the press release when the bill was first introduced. Central bank digital currency, Ron DeSantis is trying to be the fucking president.
That's what I said. He's trying to run against Trump.
He's trying to run the president. So what's your thoughts on that before I go ahead and get my 2 or 3 cents in? What's your thoughts?
CBDC.
What's your thoughts on him saying that? Are you for that? Are you not for that? Like, what's your thoughts for that, man?
I agree with him. It is a form of control.
Okay.
It is a form of control. But you know, he's been matter of fact, that's one of the things that made the state so popular in the last 2 years is because everything that the Biden administration at the left woke has went for, he's been the main champion to go against what they stand for. Like, for example, the COVID restrictions, right? Mm-hmm. The left and the woke wanted to impose these bullshit COVID restrictions, and he was one of the few states that stayed open when everybody else was shut down. That was essentially how Florida economy grew so goddamn strong, was because of that. Mm. And now they're trying to impose the CBDC bullshit, which is basically a way for them to track everything you fucking spend. See, the current way, right? If you go to a store and you swipe your debit card and you buy a bag of chips, the only people that really know about that transaction is you and your bank.
That's it.
That's it. So the bank couldn't, the only way the government could get that.
It's up to them.
Well, the only way the government can get that information is they have to file a subpoena and paperwork and all that other shit.
Right, based on our terms and conditions.
Exactly. They couldn't just go inside your bank account and see what did
Cimr
spend money on.
Unless I agree with the terms and conditions.
Right. With this CBDC bullshit, it allows the government now to have access to every fucking thing you spend your money on right then and there on the fucking spot. You know what I mean? Because it's all digital. It's all controlled. So just imagine if we all under this digital currency and there's no more paper money, right? That means every single transaction is recorded for the federal government to know about. So that means that, Lord forbid, let's just say we get another COVID part 2, right? And you're not complying with the COVID restrictions. Think about how easy it would be for them to turn your money off. Think about how easy it would be for them to tax you more. You kind of see what I'm saying? Or for you to pay more for goods. It really is a system of fucking control. I agree with them 1,000% on that. So, yeah, that's my opinion on it.
Yeah, so while you were speaking that, the first thing when I hear central bank digital currency, I do think of China because, I really been on this whole social credit score, central bank digital currency for China for about a couple of years now. China does live in a country where, they have central bank digital currency. The yuan is a central bank digital currency. They airdrop their citizens free money. And everything that they purchase is monetized. If they buy certain things, it's going to decline. If they buy certain things, it's going to improve. So they do live in a country where every transaction affects the score. As if you buy liquor, it goes down. If you watch porn, it goes down. Mm-hmm. They're a country that tried to set up a system to reward people of being the people that they want them to be. Because... I thank God for being in America because sometimes, I need to be mad. I need to cry. I need to have pain. Mm-hmm. America is built off pain. America is built off people that experience pain or their families experience pain so they can have resiliency or have edge. We're a very edgy country. We're a country that's built off of people that take risks, and that's our freedom. Having freedom is being able to take risks. So I am so pro freedom, and if pro freedom means no CBDCs, then I'm for that. If pro freedom means only cash, then I'm for that. And if having freedom means United States not the power of the world, that's fine. But I can't imagine having a life where, I want to transact anonymously and I can't.
Well, here's something else I thought about.
Hold on, because to be honest, mm-hmm. I can pay you $100 mm-hmm. to do a job and don't record it.
Oh, exactly.
That's a luxury.
Exactly.
That's an absolute luxury. But if I pay you wire in the bank, from the point that I paid you to the point how I got it, it's all recorded. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of fucked up because, at the end of the day, they take advantage of the connection. When everything's connected, that means that you can just change the tax. You can change anything. You can control. You basically have a control on the volume of the world. And you can just say, you know what? We just want to make the taxes 7% for the next 2 or 3 years because we know that nobody's transacting outside of our system. So if you own the system, that means you own the power of taxing at your will. And that's fucked up.
I mean, yeah. And what I also find to be interesting is that the timing is everything. Mm. And I find it interesting that they're coming out with the CBDC currency right around the time that there's talks of Russia and China devaluing the dollar. Have you ever heard of the BRICS?
Oh yeah.
Which is the Brazilian. Basically, they want the United States dollar is the world's reserve currency, right? Mm-hmm. China and Russia wants to dethrone the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency and replace it with the yuan, I think, mm-hmm. which is China's currency. And I find that to be interesting. Now, I don't know if there's a connection between Yeah, could shake the dollar's dominance. I don't know if there's a connection between the timing of BRICS trying to get rid of the dollar, and United States trying to introduce the CBDC. I do think there is a connection. I just don't know what that connection is because I never dove into it too much yet. But I do think that there is a connection between BRICS and the U.S. The CBDC thing. There's got to be because the timing is just too perfect.
Well, I think with great power comes great responsibility, which means that, if United States are in trouble or doing some very serious shit, best believe other countries know, best believe other powers know. Because with great power comes responsibility. We live in a society where most of our imports come from China. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can't believe that we're not cool with China when majority of all the shit we look around come from fucking China.
But you also got to keep this in mind, too. It's a two-way relationship because...
I understand. Hold on, cuz. I do understand it, but at the end of the day, nigga, it's still business.
Listen.
Goddamn.
Listen. Yeah, China makes most of our shit, but we built their economy.
Okay. But at the end of the day, it's still business. So it's like, if you feel like it's 50-50, because that's what it sounds like, okay, these niggas are still business partners. So at the end of the day, no matter how we move forward, both parties accept the agreements. Because if you play a big part of my country and I play a big part of your country, no matter where it goes, then how we move forward, best believe we agreed upon it. Even if it's not public. We agree upon it because we do business with each other.
But if I slowly and surely start to pull manufacturing out of your country, what you think's gonna happen?
I'm gonna call you on the fucking phone, niggas. The fuck? I'm gonna call you like, what the fuck going on? Before we go on the news, before we do all this, what the fuck going on? And I guarantee you, we're gonna have an understanding before we go to the news because the news shaped the market. Once the truth come out and people start talking, and like, nigga, that shaped the economy, trade, everything. So, it's actually, you cannot do shit like that. I don't give a fuck who you is. You can't even be associated with somebody and go online and go crazy. Nigga, we have to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about Cryptoismyretirement is a fucking multi-million-dollar asset on the blockchain. And we have all these stakeholders, and there's somebody out here just trying to throw me under the bus. You and other niggas might be like, man, we finna kill this nigga. This nigga is tweaking. He trying to throw, nigga, we up 50x off this investment. Right. And this shit looks good, and we got all type of shit going on. Cause you might call me and say, man, I found out where this nigga live. Let's kill this nigga. This nigga is fucking up our bread. He out here trying to. He throwing out information from 2015. Right. He doing all this shit to destroy your wealth, to destroy your position, to destroy your future. Because it's certain information that you can never come back from. It is what it is. But that being said, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's to the point now, bro. Like, because I've been in this crypto shit for a while, and all this money is fake. The money is fake. The niggas is fake.
Oh, the entire financial market is fake.
Right, even stocks. Like I'm not even in stocks, but like the fact that me knowing what I'm knowing in crypto, I'm like, this shit is over fake.
It's fake. It's all bullshit.
But it's like it's fake. But how would you feel if you was the niggas that was winning off the fake shit? It's like it's so fake to me. It's fake and everything else, but it's like I'm not the niggas who keep benefiting off the fake shit. Mm-hmm. I couldn't imagine me like benefiting off of giving niggas fake hope and fake everything. That shit would be hilarious. That shit would actually be criminal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how banks operate.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
It's all fake money. When they
fake NFTs, fake all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's how some of these banks numbers are fucking crashing right now. It's because of they have deposits, and they take these deposits and they loan the shit out, and they keep loaning the shit out, and they keep loaning money out, and keep loaning money out, and then when those depositors start to make a call for their money, and the bank doesn't have the fucking money.
They don't.
The only way the banks survive is the hope that everybody doesn't decide to pull their money out at the same time. And what happens with these last 3 banks that collapsed, that can happen with any fucking bank. If everybody at JP Morgan Chase, which is the largest bank in America, if everybody at JP Morgan Chase decided to withdraw all of their fucking money, JP Morgan Chase's ass would be in trouble. The entire financial system is a fraud. They don't have that money on reserve to pay everybody out at the same time. Yeah, if you put in $100, yeah, they got the money to give you $100 back. You get what I'm saying? But if everybody in every fucking account, every deposit to pull their money out, they don't have that on reserve.
All right, Patty Murphy said, I think JPEF, quotation black, in the Bible mixed with fallen angels got washed out. He migrated over to Mount Himron where fallen angels were. That is where the name Caucasian came from. The Caucasian mountains.
That's where, the Caucasus Mountains. That's over there by Armenia.
I use the washroom. Just talk to them right quick. Right back. You said what?
Hold on, let me read this goddamn.
Yeah, read this shit again.
I think a black mixed with the fallen angels got washed out. He migrated over Mount Huron where the fallen angels were. That is where the name Caucasus came from, the Caucasus Mountains. That might be true. I never looked into that. The United Nations of Mount Huron, 33rd parallel of fallen angels. Let's look into that real quick. Let me see. What was the name of that mountain? Over H-E-R-M-O-N. Anti-Lebanon mountain range. I don't know. I never looked into this though.
No?
I will though.
Man, I be having some really smart motherfuckers, bro. Give me that shit. Give me that shit, though.
Man, hell no. Get your ass on.
Man, no, man. Go on, man. It's my fucking shit, nigga. Goddamn. Nice saying it, yeah, I know. I know, sir. I know, sir. Yeah. Caucasus Mountains. What's over the Caucasus Mountains? What the fuck is that?
That's over there by the Caucasus. If I'm not mistaken, the Caucasus Mountains is over there by Armenia and Georgia. Not Georgia, the state.
So you saying that's where the name Caucasians came from the Caucasus? That's deep. That's decent.
Well, yeah, that's where they say that the Caucasians. That's where according to the Nation of Islam, that's where white people were. That's where they descended from the caves. That's why their skin is so white, because that's why sunlight fucks them up, because they come from the Caucasus Mountains of Europe or whatnot. Which is over there, which is matter of fact, that's the region where Kim Kardashian, where her family is from, the Kardashian family. That's in that area over there, Armenia, Georgia. What's another country that's over there? I believe Turkey is over there around that area, near that Russia area, southern Russia and shit like that. But yeah. That's where they think that the matter of fact, that's where blue eyes came from.
Blue eyes, okay.
So the genetic mutation for blue eyes.
The genetic mutation of blue eyes. Okay.
Yeah, it originated 25,000 years ago. Blue eyes is fucking new. Matter of fact, they said the first actual white person probably came around about 25 to 30,000 years ago, around that region. When the human migration went north, when it went from Africa and it migrated out of Africa to Asia. And then some of them split it off into what will be Iraq and Syria and whatnot. And then it kind of moved more further up north. And as they moved further up north, the UV light kind of dissipated and the skin tone started to become even more and more lighter.
Damn.
So that's when you start to get these mutations of lighter skin, bluer eyes.
This is a good ass bit too, bro.
Yeah, that is.
She's strong as fuck.
Lighter skin, blue eyes, and things like that or whatnot. But yeah. I don't know. I'll look into that though. That's interesting.
It's very interesting. She also said the Hellenian dialect, DeSantis is a puppet. the Fed would put out stable coins.
I will tell you
first,
this much.
then peg stable coins to DS.
I will say this much. Do I trust DeSantis like I trust Trump?
Hell no.
Hell no. No, I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
I don't give a fuck what nobody says either.
I don't trust DeSantis like I trust Trump. Trump with the shit. Did you see that? Did you see that fucking that town hall meeting? I know we're finna get off subject for a second.
Yeah.
Did you see how he treated that fucking girl?
Yeah, bro.
Oh my god.
I don't think Trump is control opposition.
Hell no.
You know, if
he talks too much shit.
If he is control opposition, he ain't the one that they trying to put in our face. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Nah.
All right, so continue right here. We have alien mothership lurking in our solar system. Could be watching us with tiny probes. The Pentagon official.
Pentagon.
Duh. The Pentagon officials.
So duh.
Nigga, you have beer right here. Beer right here. Liquor right here. Relax. Hey, relax. All right? Like, when I fuck with some shit, just let me get my shit off. All right? Thank you. All right, the alien mothership lurking in our solar system could be watching us with tiny probes. Pentagon officials suggest a draft paper by Harvard scientists and the head of the Pentagon's UFO office has raised the idea an alien mothership could be in our solar system, sending out tiny probes dubbed Dandelion Seeds to explore the planet within. Now, you brought this up, cuz. What the fuck this is about? What's the theory behind this?
For the last couple years, everybody, this is the part that really blew my fucking mind.
Okay.
The Pentagon and the U.S. government, for the very first time in history, in American history, is basically admitting to us that UFOs is no longer a conspiracy, that it is a fact.
Okay.
And most people, for the most part, aren't even batting a fucking eye. If Cardi B showed her titty on stage, people be talking about that more. Right, people be talking about that more than something like this. Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on with people. Why they're releasing this information and telling us all this shit. But they're telling us all this shit. The real question is, this is the real question. Why are they telling us all this shit?
So it's like, why are these publicists?
Because, right, they've known about this shit for years.
Hold on. You're basically trying to say is, why are they putting this on record? Because obviously, whatever that they show, whatever that they have, it's on record but private. Why all of a sudden they are publicly putting sightings, putting suggestions, putting things on record?
Exactly.
So when something happens, don't be shocked because we've been putting shit on record.
I think you just answered part of the question. I think that's part of the reason.
I think that's what it is. It's like, we're gonna keep telling you this. We're gonna keep showing you all this footage. We recent footage. So if something real happens, you're gonna understand. Well, we told you what it could look like. Now this is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, keep in mind, we created a new branch of the military called Space Force.
We did.
You know what I mean? And that's basically probably for shit like this. You know what I mean? They say that it's because of cybersecurity and space, but of course they're not going to tell us the real reason why they create these programs.
For sure they won't. They definitely won't. They shouldn't.
Exactly.
They really shouldn't.
So
let me ask you, cuz, listen to me, G. Like, cause I love my baby, I love my daughter and everything, but it's like, you know, like I do as an adult and as a parent, I do understand the value of not like exposing your child to certain information, even if they're like 15, 14, because you know that what happens, because you want them to keep their innocence. You kind of want, and as a parent and as an adult, as myself, and I raised my daughter, and I understand how once you receive certain information, like you would never, it's like how you introduced Operation Northwood and Skull and Bones to me at the age of 13. I never forgot that. Like, it's like, nigga, we had fat computers. Fat everything. And you was out here talking about Skull and Bones back in 2014. 2004. Fuck that.
Yeah, exactly.
2004. Back when niggas had dial-up type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
AOL, SBC, Global, all that goofy shit. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, certain shit stick with you. And as a father now, it's certain things that I know a lot about that I don't expose my child to because I know what it does to them. You know, it allows them to explore. It actually, sometimes it brings kind of doubt. Sometimes when you hear certain shit or you realize certain shit, you kind of like, it kind of gets you away from reality a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You kind of start like, you feel like a doomer. You're like, it's no hope. Like, oh, it's no hope in the world. It's no hope in this, because you would just be like, oh, the government knows this, the government knows that, and it fuck your growth up. So it's like, you know, by me saying that is, I understand why the government. I genuinely at this point in time, I understand, before you cut me off, cuz I understand why the government don't tell people certain things, don't give the government certain things, because people can't handle it.
People can't handle it.
They cannot handle this shit.
No,
G.
they can't.
It's like, I love my mama. Listen to me. I love my mama. I'd kill a nigga for my mama. If my mama ever went out on some non-peaceful shit, niggas, somebody's going to die. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
And it might be the wrong person, but it is what it is. My mama got killed. It is what it is.
Right.
You know, but what it is genuinely, it's like, I understand the power of knowledge. Knowledge changed people. Knowledge inspired people. Knowledge changed people. Knowledge corrupt people. Misinformation changed people, corrupt people. But just the power of information. And the internet is so powerful that I understand why the government is doing what they're doing. I understand why certain shit is locked. Certain shit is not seen. I understand everything. Because I'm a dad now. When I was a kid, I wanted to know all the truth. I wanted to know all the truth. And then when you get older, you realize your parents full of shit too. You know what I'm saying? When you get older, you realize, you be like, mama was lying all the time. You know what I'm saying? You realize that that was mama, but she lied. Yeah, that was daddy, but he lied.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? You start realizing, like, these motherfuckers wasn't right to begin with either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you start having an understanding of the world. That being said, Brian, because I know you're finna take off. Before you take off, you is. Before you take off, cuz I understand why the government do what they do. Because it's best for the way to go. Because I love America. Because I love America. I love seeing people want to dream. I love seeing people that's like, man, I want to work for this. I want to dream for this. I want to build my company. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a great husband. I want to be into politics. I want to believe in morality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really salute people like that. But when people really find out the truth, like how we true, it really crushes a lot. And it's kind of hard to live regular after that. It really is. But
you become what they call a black pill.
Continue. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Hey, for your start, shout out to Jackster4. He said, I think the Illuminati want to depopulate the world. Yeah, and then the Nalahula Mississippi River said, look up Operation Blueprint. It said, depopulate the world. We're going to talk about the Illuminati depopulate the world. I know all about that. Let's continue.
We're going to say that for the next.
Yeah, no. We're going to tell him now. He paid his money now.
Oh, okay. All right.
He paid $2. We're going to pay him. We're going to tell him. We're going to do a whole thing. We're going to tell him about that. I know about that.
Okay. But I agree with everything you said. One phrase that I've always said for a long time ago is that not every truth. Sometimes the government keeps things away from you, not to hurt you, but to protect you.
Absolutely.
Because for the simple fact, just like you said, a lot of people, if this would have been news 30 years ago in the 90s, and they came out in an actual, not the Sun or the Inquirer, you know, those bullshit magazines that be at the stores that be telling you bullshit lies. But if an actual reputable news source came out and told you that the Pentagon basically said that alien mothership is lurking in our souls and could be watching us, blah, 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 blah. People will freak the fuck out.
The reason why I say it's productive to give us information like this, because we're in a time and we have the capability to search for it. So it's like, I understand them allowing us to know a piece of the truth, to inspire people to look for the truth. Because 30 years ago, we probably didn't have the technology or the capability to really apply the real information. So to give it to us now, we have more people in the Space Force. We have more people trying to be astronauts. We have more people trying to find them answers. You know what I'm saying? So I do respect and understand them giving us information to entice certain people to find out the truth. But 30, 40 years ago, you only gonna know the truth if you Secret Service, basically. If you're not Secret Service, nigga, you're not knowing about shit. Nowadays, space is not common, but space is something that they want people to invent, to learn. So they basically conquer. Because you're not going to allow people to conquer shit that you don't already understand. So now they're pushing Space Force, which means they're enlisting and they're looking for recruits for the first generation of Space Force. The first Space Force. There's no 10-year, listen to me, there's nobody that's been in Space Force for 10 years. But I guarantee you, every branch of the Army, there's been niggas in there for 10 years. So eventually, they will be 10-year Space Force niggas, 20-year Space Force niggas. So this is the first generation of Space Force niggas. The point I'm trying to say is that now the government is giving civilians access to discover space, which means they already understand it. Continue.
But the question is, I mean, yeah, that's obvious. But the question is why? Why now? That's what everybody's talking about. Space. Why is it now that the government is coming out and telling everybody about UFOs and admitting that this is a real phenomenon compared to many, many moons ago? You know what I'm saying? And you have some people that are saying that it's part of Blue Beam Project. They're getting us ready for Project Blue Beam, where they're basically going to flash a giant hologram in the sky of an alien invasion to get everybody under one fucking, to get the entire world under one rule and start the new world government. Because they said that the only way the entire world would unite under one government if there was an external threat. So if a big giant spaceship came out of the sky and was threatening to take us over, then China, Russia, us, North Korea, we'll all unite to fight this threat.
Would you?
If it was, of course. I mean, yeah.
I don't give a fuck if it's real or not. But if you stop,
no, ain't no stop. Cause hold on, wait. I'm gonna stop shit. All you finna do is repeat the same shit. Look, look. If do I believe that to be true? No, I don't think that's true. Because how the fuck?
What's true?
Project. I don't think this is a Project Blue Beam project. I don't think that they finna roll out Project Blue Beam.
I don't give a fuck if it's true or not true. If millions of people see some shit in the sky, and you went outside and you seen the sky, nigga, you can't prove if it's real or not real.
Right.
At the end of the day, you're gonna be scared as shit.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I'm
not gonna be scared, but yeah, I get you.
Because at the end of the day, you're gonna be for niggas to protect us. Look, stop. I don't give a fuck if it's true or not true. Your psychological mind is gonna be like, I have to prepare just in case the shit I'm seeing is real or not real. So you're going to look at the sky and you're going to say, I don't give a fuck if this blue beam or not blue beam, but I'm going to have my beam. I'm going to be prepared some type of way. So if you're going to automatically subject your subconscious mind to prepare for whatever that's you're seeing, that means that you care enough about it. That's it. So you have no fucking choice.
But you have to keep in mind it. So if you seen something pop in the sky right now, are you willing to give up your freedoms?
What's freedom? What we talking about?
They tell you got to go to a camp. They tell you got to give up your phone. You can't.
Hold on, for what?
If a giant spaceship popped out of the sky,
and then I do what?
You got to give up certain freedoms. You can't go out of a certain
nigga, time. A giant spaceship pop out of the sky. Nobody's going to work. Everybody's waiting on the government to have an answer. Listen to me. It's going to be like COVID but times 10. Niggas, nobody's gonna work. Police is not gonna be out. Niggas will be at the crib on the internet, like, what the fuck is going on? This shit been up here for 30 hours. I was scared the first hour. I'm not scared no more. Niggas is running to the gun shop, stealing everything, and niggas is just waiting on some shit. I swear to Jesus Christ, let some shit be in the sky. Niggas is stealing guns and going home. They don't live. When niggas go home, all niggas is gonna care about is food and water. They not gonna care about nothing in the world. They're gonna be like, all right, we got some water. All right, we got some food. All right, we got some guns. All right, we finna sit back and see what the fuck's gonna happen before I have to do something. All right, that's all that's gonna happen. And that shit might take a week or 2 weeks, but that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna just comment right quick. Patty Murphy said, Jackster. She's speaking about Jackster. It's not so much the front of the Illuminati, but the fake Jewish people that took over Israel in the 1940s. The bankers, they own everything. Last name Meyer, Stein, Bloomberg, Einstein. That's what she said.
That's true.
Yeah, Patty's smart as fuck, man.
That's true. Why do you think that's the whole Black Hebrew Israelites argument? Was that the Jews that everybody assumes is the Jews, these old white guys, these bankers, are not the original Jews in the Bible. That they took that identity. Kind of like what I talked about, how the Egyptians, the modern day Egyptians today, are trying to assume the identity of the ancient Egyptians in the past. They're trying to claim those artifacts as their own creation when it wasn't.
That's deep. Yeah. Okay, Benny Frank said, too many people know about Project Bluebeam. It's not going to happen.
I agree.
They onto something no one knows about.
Exactly. That's what that bingo. Me and him on the same page. I don't think they're going to roll out Project Bluebeam, because to me, how the hell, if I put a big ass hologram in the sky of a fucking spaceship, because I'm trying to get everybody, under my little rule or whatever, how the hell am I going to fake that? Because just like you said, the first couple hours I'm going to be scared, right?
Oh yeah, you're going
to be scared.
Scared as fuck.
But after a while, niggas going to be shooting lasers and shit at it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be like, man, that was real.
Niggas is going to stop everything.
But what I'm saying is after a few hours or after a few days, people are going to start fucking with it. And see, because if it's just sitting there not doing nothing, people are going to start, wait a minute, this motherfucker, is this even real?
That's the fact.
You kind of see what I'm saying? If the sun is going to come up, is the sun coming up going to affect the hologram?
Right.
You kind of see what I'm saying? Is it still going to look as real as it did at night? Exactly. That is damn near next to impossible to pull off. What you going to do? Put niggas in fucking costumes and dress like aliens and have them walk down the street and shit? Like, get the fuck. I've never believed that blue beam shit was ever gonna. Nah, hell, I don't think it's some blue beam shit. No,
cuz you're funny as hell. All right, Patty Murphy said, could be Jesus coming with his messengers, and they're telling us.
Yes, that
hold on, relax.
Go ahead.
Patty Murphy said, could be Jesus coming with his messengers, and they are telling us that there are aliens. One scenario, just make sure it's Black Jesus. A white one is going to fake us out.
You ain't lying. I agree with Patty 1,000%. If it's a white Jesus pop out of the sky, I ain't running to worship shit.
I ain't gonna lie. Even if it's a Black Jesus, I'm still don't know what's going on. I'm like, oh no, they trying to get us. So it's damn near impossible. Cause Brian, I swear to Jesus Christ, if it's a Black Jesus come out of the sky like this, you're gonna be like, cuz, I don't trust that nigga. And you're gonna be like, hey cuz, you're gonna be like, I don't know why. You're gonna be like, cuz, you're gonna be like, I don't know why, but I just don't trust this nigga. I swear to God. And you're from Chicago. So you're gonna be like, hey man, I don't trust this nigga, man. Like, you're gonna be like, hey cuz, you're gonna be like, I ain't never trust niggas. You're gonna be like, hey, look, you're gonna be like, nigga, I ain't never trust these niggas. You gonna come out of nowhere and let niggas know, like, I still don't trust this nigga that came out of the sky. I don't even trust this nigga.
Right.
And the government all of a sudden shaking hands with him, pictures. You're gonna be like, no, I don't trust this nigga. Gee, I don't trust no niggas. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't either.
I really don't. These niggas is wild.
Yeah.
Majority of niggas that I trust, these niggas do wild shit.
Yeah.
The only niggas I damn near trust is niggas I knew in Pampers. Besides that, these niggas I don't trust.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Fact. Like real shit. Like real shit. These niggas is wilding.
I have a hard time trusting.
These niggas is wilding.
I have a hard time trusting a lot of fucking people. But
I ain't gonna lie, Brian. These niggas is wilding, Jay.
Yeah.
Like I met niggas that in jail for serial robberies. I was cool with niggas, and then I found out these niggas went on a robbing spree and hit the news and got locked up. I'm like, oh my God. I'm sitting here kicking it with this nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And we smoking weed, we doing pills, we chilling, we have a good time. And he got locked up for robbing 10 niggas in 2 weeks. He was just on a robbery spree.
Right.
And he got locked up. But he was cool as hell. But nigga, he got locked up for robbing a lot of niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just sitting back just like, yeah, it only felt like that because I wasn't a nigga that was getting robbed.
Right.
He was my homie.
Yeah.
I wasn't in his business, but it's just like this nigga decided to just rob niggas.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. See?
Yeah.
I don't trust niggas. I swear I don't.
I
love black people. I love white people. I still don't trust niggas. I'm sorry.
I don't trust niggas either.
I promise you I don't. I don't give a fuck what niggas say. I mean, it is what it is. All right. We talked about Cleopatra. We talked about the Santos. We talked about
the Santos.
What is this? Mount Hermon? Is that what you
That was the. I was just looking that up. That was that mountain that she was talking about with the fallen angels.
Okay. Patty Murphy said the last big battle in the Bible is called Armageddon. All the missiles over in the Middle East are pointing up at his return. What's your opinion on that? All the missiles are pointing up at his return. Do you think that basically governments are anticipating on the return of Jesus, basically? Is that a real thing? Is the return of Jesus a real thing?
No.
It's a fake thing?
I don't think that's why they...
I'm just being honest with you. Is it a real thing or is it a fake thing?
It's what a real thing.
The return of Jesus, nigga.
No. Did I just say no? Why? Do you think it's a real thing?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's so real. It's so, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Jesus is next to L. I knew about Jesus before I knew about L. So Jesus has to be real because Jesus been in my life.
But the question is,
stop.
The question
stop.
is,
Stop.
The question is.
Brian, stop. Brian, you have to stop.
No, the question
you have to stop, G.
No, the question,
hold on. You have to stop.
Is,
no. I'm not done.
Believe he's coming back?
I'm not done.
Go ahead.
I'm not done.
Go ahead.
What I'm trying to say is, I've been knowing about Jesus Christ just as long that a motherfucker told me about oxygen. So what I'm trying to say is, Jesus' name has been lasting before my existence and before I knew who I was.
Okay.
So yes, nigga.
So you think he's coming back? Coming out the sky?
I think he's coming back, but I don't know how.
So you believe in what they say in the Bible?
I believe Jesus is is something. It's not nothing. You think it's nothing?
No, I think it's nothing.
Okay.
But I don't think he's coming back. And
if he's nothing, if he's nothing, I think a smart enough person would have been killed.
First of all,
listen to me. If Jesus is nothing, if Jesus, Brian, if Jesus is nothing, I'm sorry for calling your name. If Jesus is nothing,
listen to me.
Cause if Jesus is nothing, his name wouldn't last as long.
First of all,
not as long.
First of all,
his name lasts too fucking long.
You want to know another name that lasts longer than his?
What?
Greek gods: Zeus, Athena, Hera.
Okay.
They existed way before the name of Jesus Christ. Osiris, Egyptian gods.
I don't know.
Thor, Nordic gods.
I don't know.
They have existed for thousands of years.
You haven't lived for thousands of years. Say who?
No, I'm just telling you because you said the name Jesus has been around for so long.
Why are you saying
these Greek god names have been around long too? So you telling me Zeus is real?
Why are you saying Zeus' name been long for thousands of years when you haven't lived thousands of years?
Why are you saying Jesus' name been long for thousands of years?
I said Jesus. I didn't say thousand. I said Jesus been around all my life.
So is these other gods.
No.
Yes.
The only niggas that talk about the Zeus is niggas.
You probably
new niggas. Niggas.
Especially in the last couple of years, you probably heard the name Thor more than you heard the name Jesus.
No.
Yes, you have.
No.
In the last couple years, yes, you have.
I'm black, man.
I don't mean shit. You watch Marvel movies?
I got grandma churches.
I don't get the. You ain't been to church. You ain't been to church.
Nigga, I'm pass them.
Get the F out of here.
Nigga, I'm pass them.
Yeah, right. Anyway.
Nigga, I can pass them.
You ain't been to church in I don't know how fucking long.
Man, you better. Nigga, I've been in church a couple weeks ago. Nigga.
Get the fuck out.
Hey,
what?
I'm a pro.
Let me get away from you before a lightning bolt come out this damn sky and smack your ass.
Okay, and on where it came from? Jesus?
Yeah.
All right, then.
Yeah.
So relax.
I ain't say Jesus wasn't real. I'm just saying I don't.
Okay, if he ain't okay. So if you real, then what the fuck you talking about, G?
What the fuck are you talking about?
All I'm trying to say is that nigga, Jesus is real.
Okay, so what's your point?
Is he not real?
Yeah, he real. So what's your point?
I don't say nothing else.
What's your point? No, what's your point?
No,
what's your point?
Look, you see this? You see this?
What about
it? Nigga, watch. Hold on. I probably should ban this too. Watch this. Watch, nigga. What's wrong with you? Hold on. Nigga, talking about Jesus. Real fuck wrong with you.
There are thousands of companies that produce electronic products.
You talking about crypto shit?
Shut up. Hold on.
There are thousands of companies.
This is Jesus
that produce these coins. We are in a speculative market. Cimr, why are we in the speculative market? We're in the speculative market for the simple fact that we have coins.
No.
You
ain't even say Jesus one time in this damn record.
Global reach.
Hey, relax.
There's no ceiling when you're putting on this camera and you're doing what you're doing. You're tapping to a global economy.
You talking about the financial market.
And we have people like Elon Musk. We have people on Rumble, Truth.com. Other people are investing into social media platforms because they know that there's going to be a hunt for your attention, the data, the attention economy.
What the fuck does that have to do with
Bro, this is all God's plan.
Is it?
Nigga, it is. What the fuck you talking about?
I'm asking.
No, nigga, this is God's plan.
This is God's plan.
Duh.
Okay. You sure about that?
Duh.
Or is this Trey's plan?
Hey, look, you better relax.
Cimr's plan.
Hey, look. You better relax.
Tell people all the time, you don't just eat with your mouths, family. You eat with your eyes. You eat with your ears. Cimr is not just feeding you visually. I'm feeding your molecules.
Oh, my God.
If you guys wish to go look up this experiment, there's another experiment I'm going to show you guys. It's called the rights experiment. What happened was, just real quick, you guys probably seen this before. This gentleman had 3 cups of rice with water in it.
What the fuck I got to do with anything? 1 canister of water. These are the same amount of water, the same amount of rice. And they decide to split it up. They have one that says love, they have one that says hate, and they have one that says ignore. I'm not going to play this video. I'm just going to explain to you the power of affirmations, the power of you. What's the point?
On the one that says love, for 30 days straight, for the same amount of time, no canister had any type of time that's different.
None.
1 canister, he spoke love, he spoke life. Into that canister for 30 seconds. The one in the middle, he cursed it out. He said horrible things to it. The same amount of time that with the love, but with a different type of intent. And on the third one, he completely ignored. This experiment ranged for over 30 days. And as you see, the hate jar was horrible. The love jar was clean. And the ignore jar was the worst.
You believe that shit?
The one he spoke love to.
You believe that shit?
Was better. The one he spoke hate to was bad. The one he completely ignored showed the worst.
You believe that bullshit?
See, look, it's like. Hey, look, family. I be trying to tell Cuz. I got to bring Cuz to church. I don't think Cuz been to church in a long time.
Oh shit!
I got to bring this nigga to church. This nigga got to go to church. No. Patty Murphy said, "Zionists who run the earth worship Satan, so there's no has to be a Jesus." Patty Murphy says Jesus is not Jesus. The letter J is only 200 years old. His name is Yahshua. Something like that.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that, Patty, because I was just going to tell him that. The letter J didn't come into existence to the 13th century. They didn't call him Jesus. The J did not exist. Why do you think in Spanish culture, if you look at the name Jesus or Jesus, which sounds like an H, it's spelled Jesus with a J. In some cultures, the name Jasmine isn't even spelled Jasmine, it's spelled Yasmin. Because the letter J didn't exist at that time period. So they didn't call him Jesus. Okay. They called him, I believe it was, some people say Yahshua the Son. Okay. Yahshua.
Okay, so look, nigga. If that's the case, then why you mad? Because I love Jesus.
No.
I
asked you a question. I said, do you think he's coming back? That's what I asked you.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I asked you a question. I said, do you think
I don't give a fuck about what the fuck you think, nigga. I wasn't around 20. I don't
give a fuck what you think.
Hold on. How the fuck somebody that's less than 100 years old want to tell me some shit that happened 200 years ago? Nigga.
Everything you learn came from a motherfucker that's less than 200 years old. So what the fuck you talking about? Every goddamn thing you learned came from a motherfucker that's under 200 years old. Everything you learned came from a motherfucker that was under 100 years old. So what kind of argument is that?
Hold on. Why can't I get my shit off?
Because it's bullshit, but go ahead. No. Go ahead. I ain't gonna say nothing. Go ahead.
Your shit is bullshit.
No, your shit is bullshit. No. And you know it's bullshit.
No.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Listen to me. Okay. Who taught you your alphabets?
Somebody less than 100 years old.
All right. Somebody who taught you your numbers?
Somebody less than 100 years old.
Who gave you your name?
Somebody less than 100 years old.
Get the fuck up then. I'm not done. I'm not done.
Go ahead.
So listen to me. So basically, you're basically telling me right now that everything you fucking know is basically somebody less than 100 years old. Alright, so that's the case. Shut the fuck up. So hold on.
No. You shut the fuck up because
I'm not done. No, you want to shut up, cuz you bogus as hell.
No, you bogus as hell. You talking some straight up bullshit. No.
Relax.
No, you relax.
Gee, relax.
You relax.
Alright, look. I'm finna say this. Listen to me. Somebody taught you your ABCs.
Somebody taught you your ABCs.
I know. Stop talking about me.
I'm talking about you. No, don't talk about me. We're talking about you.
I love Jesus. You don't.
Stop. You don't love Jesus.
I love Jesus.
His name wasn't even Jesus, so how you love him?
Nigga, I love Jesus.
His name wasn't Jesus.
Nigga, this nigga named Jesus.
Okay, all right. Now you know you full of shit. You just sat up here and told me.
You gotta relax.
They didn't call him. No, you gotta relax.
Nigga, they don't call me. Nigga, they call me Cimr. Fuck you talking about, nigga?
What the fuck that got to do with it?
Nigga, I got many names. Fuck you talking about?
So what the fuck that got to do with it?
Harry, Rockstar, nigga.
Is your name Wall Paint?
No.
Okay then, so his name wasn't Jesus.
Nigga, do I have more than one name?
No.
I ain't cuz. Now you capping.
So
Now you capping. Now you capping, cuz you capping.
What does that got to do with?
So you telling me just because my name changed doesn't mean I don't exist?
Yeah.
So you saying that water didn't have different names even though water was still water?
No.
Hold on. So you telling me that even though things existed, the names of the things that existed changed because of the people that was aware of it? What I'm trying to say is there's certain things that always been here. But when it comes down to names are only a determination from the people who observed it. So I could have things that's here for literally 1,000,000 years. And in 1,000,000 years, the name of this thing that's been here for 1,000,000 years has been named 100 fucking times. Mm-hmm. Don't get mad at me because niggas died at niggas' birth, niggas died at niggas' birth, and niggas remixed the name. But in reality, know that we was here before the name. So do you think water was water before the name water?
No.
All right then. So what the fuck you talking about, nigga?
I do. What the fuck you talking about? Because that wasn't even a motherfucking question.
No, I don't care. I don't care.
Do you think
I don't care.
Out of the sky?
I don't care.
That's what I asked. Do you think that? Do you believe that?
Come out of the sky?
Yeah. Do you think he come out of the sky and save your life?
Hell yeah, he came out of the sky. Hold on.
Do you think he's gonna come out of the sky?
Hold on. You said what?
Do you think that he's finna come out of the sky to save you? Of course you do. Just say you ain't get it over with.
Relax.
Just say you ain't get it over with.
Relax.
Just say you ain't get it over with.
Why you can't relax?
Why you can't relax?
You have a whole beer here.
No. Why you can't relax?
Listen to me.
Just say you ain't get it over with.
Because we have liquor and beer.
Just say
and water. And Powerade. Nigga,
you don't want to say it.
I have more than enough shit for you to relax.
You don't want to say it.
If you just relax,
if you say
I promise to God you can have everything. But for some reason, you don't want to relax. You don't want to relax. You don't want to relax. You want to be crazy. You want to be ramped up. You want to talk crazy. You don't want to relax. Nigga, I got Powerade,
your
water.
back ain't hit the back of that chair since you've been talking. I'm laid back, so who the one not relaxed?
Hey, hold on, man. Hold on. Benny Frank said, ain't nobody coming back for none of y'all ass.
Say it again, Benny Frank.
Save yourself or nobody will.
Say it again, Benny Frank.
Guadalupe said, look up God in Jesus' native language. Patty Murphy said, Greeks worship all kind of gods and injected that Zeus, quotation, Jesus, name in the Bible was translated. The New Testament, they don't want us to know his real name, but we still can call him Jesus. Listen to me. Mm-hmm. Was water called water before the name water?
No.
Okay, so what is it called? Something else?
Something else.
All right, so why the fuck you mad because Jesus' name is Jesus?
How did
No! Okay. So you basically proved my point. You're basically saying niggas' names shouldn't even matter because the reason why you call shit is beyond what the fuck you know.
That wasn't even my question.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
All
this shit you said is going in one ear, coming out the other. I don't give a fuck about none of this bullshit you said.
No, but you can't do that though.
Yes, I can do that. I just did it. I don't give a fuck.
It's not cool though.
That is cool. It's fun.
How is it fun?
Because
to ignore the truth.
Because you ain't talking the truth.
Ignore the truth is not fun.
You ain't saying the truth.
All right. Benny Frank said. Maybe you know this shit because I don't be with all this shit, man. He said,
"You should be. You should know about shit. Nigga, you should know it all. Look, right?
Nigga, if you know water wasn't called water before,
it was called water before.
Gee.
Yes, it was.
Okay, so when the W was made up, because you niggas are so hold on, you niggas are so scientific. Stop. You niggas are so scientific. Oh, the letter J wasn't invented. Okay,
the J is the newest letter in the alphabet. That's not a joke. That's for real.
Okay, so about W.
I don't fucking know. I just know.
Alright, relax. Alright, okay. So you niggas don't know. You niggas know J, we niggas know W. Alright, you niggas relax. Alright. You niggas know J, but you niggas don't know when W. How the fuck you know when W? How the fuck you know when?
Because it's the youngest letter in the fucking alphabet. That's why everybody knows.
Okay. Well, how young is W?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
It's not the youngest.
Okay. As long as you don't know, we good.
Do you know?
I don't want to hear.
Do you know?
Hello. I'm not
doing it. Do you know? I'm asking. Do you know?
I will tell you.
Do you know? Do you know when the letter W came into existence?
I will tell you.
When did it?
I said I will tell you.
Well, tell me.
I'm gonna fucking tell you now.
Tell me. When did the W come into existence?
All right, look. Benny Frank said, "Yada both." That maybe you know this shit. Is his name? Who y'all worship for real is the creator of the physical world, right there. Yada both. You know that?
I know it started with a Y. It's got a bunch of different.
You don't know.
You don't fucking know.
Nigga, how you know?
Because you don't know.
How you know?
Because you don't know. Who is it? I guarantee you pronouncing it wrong.
I don't know who the fuck he is.
I guarantee you, whatever you say, you pronouncing it wrong. So that's the first thing I
just said I don't know who the fuck he is. So
okay then. So you just have answered my question.
If I don't know who the fuck he is, I don't fucking care.
Okay then. So what the fuck?
But the point is, it's like this. The names don't matter. What matters is the truth and the action. Because the names can blind the truth. True? We can talk about Jesus, Yahshua, we can talk about everything. But what we really want to know is the actions. True?
Okay, so what's the
true.
You're right. So what's the actions? What's his action?
What I'm trying to say is, it was a nigga that was doing Jesus shit. True,
I'm not disagreeing with that.
I bet. So we on the same page.
So that wasn't my question.
As long as we know that it's niggas that's doing this shit, we might not agree with the name. We might not agree what this nigga religion was, but it was somebody out here doing some Jesus ass shit.
I didn't disagree with
All
that.
right, cool.
That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
That's not what I asked you. What I'm asking you is, do you think you're gonna come out of the sky and save your black ass?
Nigga, it might be a nigga that's doing that shit.
No, he's not saving your ass.
Okay, what's saving me?
I don't know at this point.
I
don't fucking know.
all right. Well,
Shit.
hey, look.
Shout out to
the Nala who in Mississippi River said, shout out to Bobby Hemmett. Yeah, shout out to Bobby Hemmett. Bobby Hemmett's a fucking dog, man.
Who
For
the
real,
fuck
for real.
that is?
Yeah, Benny Frank, yeah, shout out to all the guys. Shout out to all the guys, man, because look, niggas be fucking with the guys with all these names, but it's like, nigga, if it's the same nigga, then you disrespecting that nigga. It's like, oh, he's not this, he's not that. All right, nigga, look, throw all the names out the window. Is this type of nigga exist? Oh, yeah, I think he exists. All right, we're on the same page. Because, look, I don't want to argue about no niggas talking about Y and J. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Because in the day, I am who I am. I just know that I honestly believe it's a nigga that was doing Jesus type of shit. What's his name? I don't fucking know. Because his name is sus. Because you niggas are saying, oh, his name was J. No, J didn't exist. Okay, you niggas is doing all this shit. Okay, let's just take away the whole name. Was it a nigga who exists that did shit like this? Yeah?
More than likely, yeah.
More than likely, yeah. Because how the fuck did it carry this long? I'm pretty sure niggas who thought like me existed way before I existed. Critical thinkers. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So if there was critical thinking ass niggas that existed before I did, then why did certain actions last so long? Let's think about it. I'm in Chicago.
Okay,
hold on, cuz I'm in Chicago.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Niggas think KI killed 100 niggas.
Right.
To this day.
Your argument is because the name Jesus has stuck around in history for over 2,000 years.
The actions of Jesus.
Everything about Jesus has stuck around for over 2,000 years, that there must be some validity to it, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
So under that same thought pattern, under that same rule, then that means damn near every myth we've heard in history had to have some truth to it.
No.
Why?
Oh yeah.
Every myth. So
yeah.
Because you have stories.
Some type of truth.
Because you got stories that existed way before Jesus Christ. I give you an example, just like I talked about the Greek gods.
Yes.
That was who the Romans used to worship before they turned Christianity. The Romans were polytheism, which means they worship multiple gods.
Yeah.
That was who they used to worship. Not the Romans, the Greeks. Zeus, Athena, the stories we hear about in the fucking movies and shit like that. That was who they used to worship. The same thing with the Scandinavians and the Scandinavian gods like Thor, Odin. They're not Marvel characters. Those Marvel characters are based on actual gods that people used to worship thousands of years ago. You see what I'm saying? So under that same thought pattern, then that means that shit, every little thing we heard in the past had to be true, right?
No.
Why?
Because some niggas do it for their own games.
Well, why I can't say that same thing about Jesus then?
You can. I don't give a fuck who you think about the name. I just know that it was some nigga doing the shit that you're talking about.
Okay, so was it some nigga named Thor back then?
Yeah.
It was? Shoot.
He was doing Thor shit. He probably wasn't named Thor, but he was doing Thor shit. He was doing Thor shit.
Twirling around a fucking hammer and
he was doing
lightning bolts and shit coming out of
He was moving like he was Thor.
Yeah.
Now, if his name is Thor, I don't fucking know.
Right. Well, there was a nigga that was doing Thor shit.
The fact that his ideology lasted this long, it existed.
But you just told me, you just gave me a prime example of KI here in Chicago, and motherfuckers think she got 100 bodies.
But it's early. Hold on, it's so early that niggas is already putting that out the way. Like niggas is like, no, that bitch was not like that. That's what I'm trying to say. Early. I don't think this KI shit is gonna last more than 5 years.
Well, that depends because you go outside of Chicago.
I'm
this motherfucker saying Vaughn didn't have the bodies he had.
I'm putting my bid in. I'm saying it's not gonna last 5 years. Now I could be wrong or not.
Right.
But guess who's going to make the determination? Time. And we don't have that right now. So we're going to have to live a little longer to realize if I'm right or if I'm wrong. But I think in 4 or 5 years, niggas going to realize that it was not like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so is there anything you want to say, sir, before I get off this live?
Nope.
No?
No.
All right, what else we going to talk about next week, G?
What we just said?
Benny Frey said Christ is a title. We can achieve the same attributes that Jesus Christ had. I agree with that. It's a title. Definitely agree with that.
So y'all walk on water.
Nigga.
Turn bread into water and
hey, look.
Feed 100 people.
Hey, look.
Bread.
Hey, look. Sometimes,
I'm just asking, King.
Sometimes saying shit like that means something else. It sometimes, if I say I walk on water, sometimes that means that
it's got different meaning.
I did some God shit.
Right.
Sometimes if I say I fed 100 niggas with a loaf of bread, if
I go out there and I say
that could mean that could mean what it means.
Right. If I
you know what I'm saying?
I fought 1,000 niggas with a toothpick.
If you did it, and them niggas still hungry, but you did
I said fought.
Nigga, did you win? Did you die?
Yeah, I said beat all of that.
All right, well, nigga, you won. Hey, Patty said, cuz relax. Hey, Patty said, quotation before, Constantine was real Christmas. He was a pagan.
He was. Pagan. Do you know what paganism means?
Yes.
What is it?
Paganism was a religion.
It was any religion, any god you worship other than the Christian God.
Right.
Any god that you worship other than the Christian God was
pagan. Considered
paganism. So that's pretty much every goddamn religion that ain't Christianity. That's really what that meant. Okay,
cool. We're gonna get back into this though, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm drunk. So it is what it is. No, you ain't drunk like me. I'm really drunk when I'm getting you good. You ain't like I'm getting you so good. You don't got shit to say.
Who? You so fucking lying. Get the fuck
I ain't gonna lie, cuz.
You the one that calm down.
Cuz I got you.
No, you did not.
Hey,
you didn't get shit.
I got you.
No, you didn't.
You can't even lie.
No, you did not.
People in the stream, they say, Harry got this one.
No, you did not.
I did get you on this
one.
No,
you didn't get shit.
No,
you did not. You didn't make no fucking sense. Your words didn't add up. You jumped off fucking subject 3, 4 fucking times. You didn't get a goddamn thing.
Look, I got your ass.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't even come close to getting.
It's okay. I did get
No, you did.
I still my shit, G. I ain't gonna cap.
No, you did.
Like, even if what I'm saying is cap to you, I still stood the ground good enough where niggas will understand, like, yeah, he got that one.
No, he got loss is a loss. What the fuck are you talking about? You got that one. You didn't get shit.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna come back to it. Alright, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, man. I had a really good time. Crypto is my retirement. If you are in the family channel, I'm gonna give you guys a little treat, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm feeling good and I'm drunk. So if you catch this, you deserve to get some money. So crypto is my retirement. You guys have a good day.